Hello everybody, welcome back to another reaction video. This time it's gonna be Cyan Turtle Plays. And he has a whopping 1.2k videos just in the span of 4 days, my apologies. And that is actually really impressive. Also, you gotta like the video, you gotta put, notifications on all, so you can be notified whenever he does make a new video. I only seen his making the perfect desert ecosystem. He did tell me to watch that, but I already seen it, and I never seen this one, so I thought might as well just react to this one, making the perfect swamp ecosystem in Jurassic World Evolution 2. So let's go ahead.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 ecosystem video. In today's video, we're turning this grassy wasteland into the perfect swamp ecosystem. So stay tuned to the end to see what that looks like. I then started off with the basics, which included an arrival point and then a hatchery, which obviously would birth all of the creatures that would live on this land. I then fenced off this little area, making sure no dinosaurs could enter, and then kept this area hidden with a layer of thick trees. I then worked on a thick layer of trees near the hatcheries. This would be what the dinosaurs had to pass through to get to the actual ecosystem. I then added little openings where the trees were less dense and filled them up with water. I then started mapping out my little swamp area with just putting water randomly everywhere and seeing how it turned out.
Oh wow.
After spending a lot of time on my carefully planned out water, I decided to add some light trees because they suited them in my last ecosystem video, so why wouldn't they suit them now? These trees would cover most of the land. I also added more thick trees and ground leaf ground fibre patches. I then added this ornamental shrubbery into the water. It acted as a bit of dirt into the water, which gave it that swamp-like feel. This was in almost all of the water. I then worked on merging other types of greenery into it, like small trees, ground leaf, ground fibre, and many more, making sure they were all over, including the north. I also incorporated some deep forest as well, making sure we had a bit more variety. I then worked on the next part of the ecosystem was a little island, which would be deep forest trees on top of a mountain. I then started adding a lot more water around, making sure that the swamp was fully hydrated. I then spent a lot more time just spreading out some more plants. I even started to include some different ones like groundnut and tallnut. I don't normally use these, but they do look quite nice, I would say. And since I liked it so much, I started adding ground leaf and tall leaf as well. And this was the ecosystem so far, and I quite liked it. I think I did quite well for a swamp. A swamp is something that you can't do too much different other than...
Hold up, let me just count how many trees there are. Yeah, screw that.
trees, water, and a few hills. But I think I pulled off quite nicely. And remember, it's not finished yet. And I would like to take this moment of the video to thank you all for all the support. Not long ago, we reached 100 subscribers, and we're already on 117. So thank you, everybody, so much for all of the support. Here's some of the people that have supported me on screen now. I then worked on actually incubating some of the dinosaurs. I started off with herbivores, and really went for anything that looked like it'd suit the swamp, and oh, there was a lot. The final choices are on screen now. I then worked on picking the carnivores that would suit it, and I actually found quite a lot that wouldn't even fit in just this one incubator, because there is a lot in this game that can suit the swamp. It was then time to introduce the first dinosaur to the swamp, the Dryosaur. These were tiny little things, adorable things may I add, I love them, but they cannot fight back, so they won't live very long in any combat situation.
Yeah, definitely.
The next to be released were these guys. These could fight back, maybe not terribly well, but
yeah, Torosaurus.
They can fight back definitely better than a Dryosaur.
I can't speak English.
Bro, the level just started and we're already...
Wow, we got it ad. Okay. Torvosaurus. Torvoceratops. I can't speak English. I forgot the name. Yeah. My Englishing isn't Englishing for paleo stuff. Yeah, overall it seems really good. You got the making of the habitat, which was really nice to see. You had a whole map like prepared, which is really interesting. Yeah, I really love it so far.
Getting overrun. I gotta take these guys out and build this crossbow tower as fast.
Up next was something a bit bigger than what we normally do for the herbivores, and a Margosaurus. These are naturally green, so I thought they would definitely suit the swamp. The spikes on their neck are really cool as well, but they seem to be quite slow. Apart from that guy, oh my god, he's speeding. Someone get a speeding ticket on that guy.
Yeah, gotta
I
get
then
a
made a
speeding
few
ticket.
small
Definitely
tweaks
not
to the
Carnotaurus
land,
though, or
which included
Gallimimus,
just a
definitely
bit more
not.
open space on the forest next to the hatchery to make sure that they wouldn't be lost in the forest for too long. It was now time to release one of the first carnivores to the land.
Okay, I absolutely love Krylophosaurus. Like, they're one of my favorite species. They're really cool in my opinion. I love them. And it's amazing how the Arctic was like so like lush. And these guys were in the Arctic, so you never expected it probably.
Cryolophosaurus. These would be fast and quite strong dinosaurs, so they are quite good at hunting. Up next was something a bit smaller and a bit more fragile. It's none other than the Nedry Killer.
The Nedry Killer.
If you know, you know with that one. With Dilophosaurus, though, there's not much to say about them apart from a frill and can spit black goo. After that, the Baryonyxes were released. And then the Baryonyx's bigger brother was released, the Suchomimus. These guys were a bit bigger than the Baryonyxes. Not necessarily too much stronger, but they were bigger. I then worked on just releasing more dinosaurs bigger and bigger,
Ooh.
which included Therizinosaurus and Spinosaurus.
Let's go, Spinosaurus.
Next to be released into my pub.
If you guys didn't know, I love Spinosaurus. Like, it's my absolute favorite dinosaur, so this is why I actually chose this one, because it has Spinosaurus in it. Can't remember if the desert one does, but my brain isn't really braining today, so, or tonight, I don't know.
Park was none other than the Spinosaurus. This was a big dinosaur that in the Jurassic Park films actually killed the T-Rex, so that's the first.
Yeah, it really amazes me how, like, so many people criticize it as the T-Rex killer. Like, no other dinosaur in the Jurassic franchise has been managed to kill a T-Rex, except for Spinosaurus. If Blue didn't help, if Blue didn't help Rexy, Indom would definitely take it down. Who else? What else? I think that's it, actually. Because either way, Giga wasn't really that powerful. And I don't even understand why Giga was in the Jurassic franchise. Like, it literally did nothing, and it was criticized for like being a villain. So that's what I'm really confused about. But yeah, alright.
I then released something a little smaller, which is the Compsognathus. This, obviously,
I love these guys.
when I say a little smaller, is actually quite a lot smaller. And what's better than 10 compies? I'll tell you what, 20 compies.
Jesus.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I really like the idea of just loads of compies running about, causing mayhem.
Fair enough.
This little pit that I'm making here is just like, got 2 little tiny bodies of water, loads of rocks, and then loads of ground leafy material.
Yeah,
I didn't really know what else to do with these little bits of land, and I thought just a bit more character would really make it stand out a lot more. So I hope you guys actually like what I did with it. I then went around adding loads of mini finishing touches to the ecosystem, which included adding more dirty water, more little ponds of water, and then pits and hills around the whole map. I also added loads of rocks around to give it, like what I like to say, more character. Having the rocks in the water makes it more than just a little random.
Adding more rocks to, or like more stuff to the ecosystem would probably be like way more somewhat natural in a way.
Tree. I then worked on adding some final creatures to the ecosystem. The last thing I did was just add a lot more uneven terrain to the ground.
Yeah, right.
This makes it have a bit more life rather than feeling a lot more simulated. I forgot to mention as well, I added a bit more like character to the ground by placing dirt, but not full dirt. I'd tap it on the shores and in the trees, so it looks like there'd just be a bit of, well, dirt there. I don't know how to explain it, okay? This is what I've done. I hope you like it. Don't judge me.
Why do I get this ad? Overall, I love it. Really, really great video so far. Love how you're like taking the small details to make it like big details. If that makes sense, because like if you add small details, it like even things that already look great, it looks even better in a way, if you know what I'm saying.
Anything else you want?
Potato chips.
And that is the ecosystem finished. I hope you've enjoyed seeing me develop this ecosystem, and it has been a lot of fun. Now, let's give you guys a little bit of a tour. At this little pond we have cryolophosauruses, and they seem to be thriving over here. And not too far away we've got a lone Dinosuchus in the... Dinosuchus? I don't know what it was, okay? In the trees over there, something small. Now the Baryonyx has claimed this lake, and I really like the Baryonyxes. They are one of my favourites. You already know that Carnotaurus is one of my favourites, but Baryonyxes are amazing, and just the way they communicate in the game as well. I really like it. And then within this little patch of trees we have these guys. They start with an O, I don't know the proper name, but the reason I add them in this ecosystem is, if you don't know Planet of Dinosaurs, it's like an old BBC show. I'm getting really nerdy here. But anyway, it had a Spino kill them, and the Spino lives in the swamp, so I just wanted to add it. There you are. You happy? Explained. Cool. Nerd, gone. Back to showing you the ecosystem.
Yeah, right.
In this little opening patch of ground, we have a sleeping Sinoceratops, the lazy boy. Then not too far away we've got an Ankylosaurus Jurassic Park 3 version, and if you haven't seen in the corner, we've got a Spinosaurus, which is the apex predator of this land.
Let's go.
And the Suchomimuses were not too far away, sharing it with the Torosaurus. And I actually forgot to release these guys with the Horasaurus as well. My bad for not releasing them, I'm sorry. And that is it for today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed this swamp ecosystem. It's been a ton of fun to film for you guys. If you have enjoyed, please smash a like, subscribe, and comment down below so I can feature you on my next Hall of Fame wall. If you have enjoyed this and want to see me use this map again, I might do a battle royale with it after I've done the desert one.
Okay, if you do a battle royale, I would absolutely love to see that. I'll definitely do a reaction. Also, I love how you, like, put more dinosaurs in, like, even the dinosaurs that wouldn't be really known living in swamps. Well, what I'm trying to say is, like, most of them probably didn't, but you did it because you want to. Because, and I respect that. It's really cool. As well, if you gave them skins that would look like if they were living in the swamp, like, no bright colors that look like they're, you know, from the savannah or something. You gave them, like, greenery, like, less vibrant, but still a little bit vibrant, and, like, nature-like, rainforest swamp vibes, as in skins, if you know what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, I really love it. Props to you, man. Like he said, smash that. That was a little bit goofy. Smash that like button and, subscribe to him. He's making really good content, like, props to him. Please do take his channel as a notice, I will have it in the description below, hopefully, if it lets me at him. But yeah. So I don't really know what else to say besides from great video. Guys, if you want to see more Jurassic World Evolution content that's like for YouTubers that are like not properly realized, I recommend this guy. Like, he's absolute brilliant with this stuff. Please do consider subscribing and liking his videos, and share them to your mates if they love like Jurassic World Evolution 2 or that kind of stuff. Anyways, that will be the end, and I hope to see you guys next time. See yous.